All right, so National Roast Suckling Pig Day. This drawing, of course, they have a drawing of the pig. You couldn't show a picture of it because it would piss people off. When people see a picture of a roast suckling pig, they get all upset for some reason. But you draw a picture of one, everyone thinks it's cute. Why? A suckling pig is a baby pig. Roasted baby pig day, where you put an apple in the pig's mouth for whatever reason. Why do they put the apple in the pig's mouth? I never understood that. And he looks like he's just sleeping there, doesn't he? With the sauce. National Roast Suckling Pig Day on December 18th recognizes a savory dish that takes some planning to prepare. The results, however, are worth the effort. Is that true? One time I went to my cousin's wedding. My cousin, well, it matters because my cousin is a man who married another man, and I went to their wedding, and it was a luau theme, and I wore my Hawaiian shirt, and I went with my mom and I, and there was a suckling pig as part of a buffet, like a Hawaiian buffet, and people would just like scrape flesh off of, and all they had for me, the only vegan thing I had was iceberg lettuce. So not iceberg, romaine. They had some romaine and some iceberg. So I'm sitting there eating with my mom. She's not going to eat the pig. She was pretty. She was like pretty much plant based. So I snapped a picture of the pig, and I put, people I love are getting married, but animal cruelty is the centerpiece of the wedding. I posted on my Instagram, my Facebook, whatever. You know how it does it both ways. My cousin never talked to me again after that. He said that I made it all about me, and that on my social media, it's my social media. I'm allowed to post whatever the fuck I want on my social media. And they're like, you colored it. And I'm like, no, here's the original. And I reposted the original photo. I didn't recolor it. You colored it, made it look bloody. No, I didn't. This is what it looked like. But they never talked to me again because I took a picture of the suckling pig. Animal abusers. So I have, lost family because I think suckling pig is particularly heinous. You take a baby pig and put it in the middle of your party. How could that be anything but disrespect for the animal and entirely just animal abuse? Animal suckling pig is a young pig between the ages of 2 and 6 weeks, which is still fed by its mother's milk. The pig is roasted whole until the skin is crisp. The meat is tender and succulent. Blah. So an animal who is still breastfeeding, that's who you're killing. That seems okay to people for some reason. Suckling pig can range between 8 and 30 pounds and expect between $12 and $20 a pound, depending on the market. There you go. Straight to economics, huh? And don't forget about the whole thing, baby pig thing. It's $20 a pound, please. These factors, coupled with the daunting task of roasting a whole pig, granted a small pig, the finished product, a delicacy almost anywhere in the world. I don't know why it's a delicacy. It's not that hard to murder and fry up an animal. It's just not that hard. People like to think that it's that hard. They make schools. You have these culinary schools, like, oh, it's so difficult to learn these. No, you learn a couple techniques. Cooking isn't that hard. Cooking isn't hard, everybody. You'll learn a couple techniques and apply them basically equally across the board. It's not hard. That's why watching chef reaction videos on TikTok is so much fun, because they're like, because it isn't hard. It's quite simple. And to say that this is a delicacy is laughable. It's unbelievable. With the right tools and ingredients, the roasting process is not that complicated. Duh. If you've roasted a whole turkey, you can roast a suckling pig. Only the smallest piglets will fit into most standard home ovens. Those at the lower weight range will provide about 20 adult servings. Makes me sick to my stomach. On National Roast Suckling Pig Day, do you feel up to the challenge? If you do, This celebration challenges us to give the recipe a try. Makes me sick. This is what's so horrible. Invite others to help you conquer this, and then savor the suckling pig. Like, how do you eat someone called suckling pig? How do you eat anyone that's suckling? What if you ate a human baby? Well, they're suckling. Like, even if a boat's going down, if a baby is suckling, you're like, babies get to go first. They get to be, they're the survivors. Is it worse? I think it's worse. I mean, this isn't speciesism, it's ageism, I guess. Like, a baby pig? Does that seem fair to anybody ever? Once you know it's a fucking 6-week-old pig who is a piglet? Why do they call it a piglet? It's a piglet who is still breastfeeding, and they rip the baby away from her mother and put an apple in her mouth, gut her, and roast her. How many calories? Suckling pig's fat calories. How long does it take? 15 minutes per pound. Which wine should I serve? It's just so disgusting and horrifying that humanity is. Does this not seem barbaric to anybody? Does this not seem old-fashioned, like atavistic, that we're still doing this? Doesn't it seem like something maybe some French, like pre-revolutionary French aristocrat might do because they were so stupid and cruel? Like, the aristocrats of the world were so cruel that not only were they subjecting the other humans to horrible atrocities, they were doing this to animals. And then when the humans got a little scratch in their pockets and killed the aristocracy, guess what they became? Just as cruel as the aristocracy. If you hate colonialism and you hate the whole colonist idea, you hate patriarchy and you hate the hierarchy of different beings, then this has to be something that you stand up against. Holy shit. If you're not vegan, it's like, even if you're an animal abuser who just draws the line at baby animals, if you're not vegan, you are contributing to this because you're objectifying animals, and you're objectifying if you're not vegan, I'm not going to go into intersectionalism, but like, if you're not vegan, you are the problem, even as far as like sexism, racism, all of it, because you are supporting a system of hierarchy, ranking white people on top and everyone else underneath. That's how you get to the bottom, which is where the animals, the lower rungs, are where the animals live and die at our whim, at our discretion. Discretion, as if we have any of that. We kill them wholesale. It makes me sick.